Well, let me say this, that it's my understanding that if people don't like the way they look, consciously and or subconsciously, they will begin to degrade the act of sex. Sex is the act of self-reproduction. And if there is disturbance in the way that people think about themselves consciously or subconsciously, I will say that that will spill over into the act that somebody might say, well, sex is for fun. The fundamental purpose of the act of sex is self-reproduction. And so we are in a system structure of racism, white supremacy. And I maintain that people who classify themselves as white don't really like the way they look. That's why they want a suntan. That's why they demean the people who already have skin coloration. And so there are disturbances in this system, just like the system is a system of necessary murder and necessary mass murder, and not just murder white towards blacks, but just mass murder, the destruction of human beings in this part of the world and other parts of the world. People who classify themselves as white making mass levels of weapons for the destruction of human beings. And so the individual, the black male who has been charged with killing white co-eds or black co-eds or whatever, is a gentleman who I would say, if those charges are correct, that there is a level of emotional disturbance, but I say put it all in the context of what the system dynamic is all about. That's like these young people, white young people who go out and get guns and walk in a school and start mass killing of people. The system and culture of racism, white supremacy, is the context in which that behavior is taking place. And I say, really, those are individual instances that are indicating the influence of the overall system dynamic, which is, we have to kill in order to genetically survive as people who classify themselves as white. We have to kill. That's why we have to have massive gun production and massive gun sales. And if a black man is president, we go out and buy so many guns that it has been labeled the Obama effect. So the system, if we understand, if we stop talking about a system of democracy and we correctly label it a system of racism, white supremacy, a system for white genetic survival. White genetic survival on a planet where the vast majority of people are colored people, and those people are genetically dominant in terms of skin coloration, that it of necessity to survive has to kill.